Hi, welcome to today's video diary for Finding My Way with Pi, Purpose, Intention, and Emotion. I am Pi. And I have had it's been a good day, but just an interesting day. We have a long weekend, long holiday weekend here, and it's Saturday. We didn't have a ton of plans. We just had a couple of things we needed to take care of. So we kind of had a day where we got to just like putz around. And we don't get too many days like that, maybe a few here and there. And I have a hard time letting myself just rest and just be. I just get restless. And also, I think just curiously observing my emotions, one of the reasons why I start to get restless is because I start to like sit with some of the uncomfortable emotions that maybe pop up. Like, I don't know. Hubby and I were talking today about just kind of reflecting on how much change and transformation has happened over the last couple of months with me leaving my job. My daughter's had some big changes. She decided to stop doing cheer. She got her license. She's looking for a job. My son changed what his extracurricular activities are. He's just about done with fifth grade. The school year's coming to a close. He's not going to be in elementary school anymore next year. He will start, like, he's growing fast. Me leaving my job and getting further along, figuring out, discovering myself and figuring out what I want to do and working with what I love and all of that. It's and we changed up our financial strategy just a little bit. So we now have plenty of runway while it's a blessing. I get to take this time to figure out what I want to do. All of this said, like, there's a lot of change. And if you've seen the video diaries, I think change is so good. I've talked about it multiple times. I've talked about the process of change. I've talked about how it's necessary. All of those things. And yet there are still emotions as you are going through change and transformation, and especially in the entire family when there's a whole lot of that going on. All together now, and we all are interconnected and we all have an impact on each other's emotions. So got slow today. And I'm over here like I'm feeling sad and unsettled. What the heck? And then I get agitated because I don't want to feel that way. So I busy myself. I'm doing laundry. I'm doing what? I don't even know. I don't even know what I did today. We had a day to putz around and I did that. But I made myself busy where I could. Finally, towards the end of the day, I'm feeling tired. I'm feeling very tired. So finally, towards the end of the day, I was like, I'm just going to sit. I'm going to drink a cup of tea and I'm going to read a book just for pleasure. I'm just going to read. And I sat and I read for like an hour. And I finally settled and calmed enough. So I was like, oh, I am feeling sad because some chapters are closing. Some, not just me. Like for my son, for my daughter. I mean, something as simple as, she thinks she wants to continue to do tumbling. And so we're talking about the options for the classes, like the schedule options and which ones would work for her. And she's trying to get a job and she's got travel coming up and she's got, commitments already to nanny this summer and she needs to work around that. And suddenly the conversation's different. It's evolved. It's no longer, this is my baby girl and I choose based on my schedule what fits and how to get her to her stuff and all that. The conversation is no longer that. The conversation is, what is it you'd like to do? And she has to decide and then she has to commit. And guess what? She's uncomfortable with it too. She's unsettled also. she's like, I don't know. Like, how do I choose? And it's new territory for her too. It's amazing, unfamiliar, uncomfortable, exciting. It's all these things. And for me, I've never been good with goodbyes. It's funny because those phases of our lives that when it's time to move on and we turn over into a new phase, it's so natural and it's so important and it's so normal. But there's so much there that we resist because the unfamiliar brings uncertainty, and the uncertainty brings some fear, and the fear brings discomfort, and sometimes paralyzing you to not move. It's just so interesting to see and just observe the evolution of it. So where I landed today, after just being in it during the day, was, I'm going to give myself some grace here. I'm going to continue to try this exercise of self-compassion. What is it? What is it I'm feeling right now? I'm feeling a little sad about letting go and moving on, because right now, what my heart is remembering is all of the good things from the prior phases. The sweetness of my kids when they were younger. And I'm not saying they're not sweet now, but any parent out there and any mama out there knows what I mean. They're not the littles anymore. And that is a reality. And that is something I must accept. And I feel sad that it's never going to be that again. At the same time, I'm excited to see them grow, and I'm excited to see who they'll become. I'm excited to see me grow and who I will become, and hubby too, for that matter. It's just a new phase. And so I feel a little sad about letting that go because I have loved it so much and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for it. And so what do I most need to hear? That with renewal, with new phases, new adventures and opportunities, and with change, it does come with the decay or even just the sunsetting sometimes of things that were. And that sadness is part of accepting that and letting it go and transforming into whatever comes next. It's almost like the sadness helps you prepare for the regrowth and the renewal phase. But you must go through those things and be okay with it. Be okay with it. So instead of this negative self-talk that I had a little bit going on today, it is a holiday weekend. How did you not plan anything for the Saturday on a holiday weekend? The weather wasn't warm like I was hoping. It was a little chilly. The kids are a little bit bored. We're just putzing around, and I feel like I didn't do enough, and I'm feeling agitated inside myself, and I should be happy. I should be enjoying this weekend and laughing and having fun. What is wrong with me? That was happening in my head. And I'm so grateful to have the presence of mind to be like, hang on a second. What am I feeling? Oh, I'm feeling a little sadness over letting go, because next week is the last week of school for my kids, and it's like a finality, right? Like, there it is. For this phase. So that's just next week. That's in a couple of days. I'm just expecting me to not be me and like extract that part of myself so I don't even feel any of these things. No. It's okay. We've got some fun stuff planned for tomorrow and for the holiday on Monday, and cool. So we had a down day. Sit with it. It's okay. I'm a human being with feelings. I don't need to make myself feel bad for this. And it's not even that big of a deal. That's what's so weird about it. Why and how did negative self-talk ever come about? It's the strangest thing if you stop and think about it. If you stop and think about it, like the hell? Why on earth would I ever say that to myself? If you take a step back and you don't look at a holiday and you don't look at the commercials and you don't look at any of the other social things and expectations and all this stuff around and you go, what's going on in my family right now? What I'm feeling makes perfect sense. And there should be zero pressure to be anything other than what I am. So interesting. So glad for these video diaries to get to discover this and feel okay with all of it. So that being said, I'm going to go have dinner with my family and watch a movie and be here now. Cherish this time. It's evolving. It's moving so fast. Why should I be stuck in my head, negative self-talking myself and miss it? I don't want to do that. I'm going to go be here now with my family. Thanks for being with me on this journey. I am so glad that you're here, and I hope it helps you too. I'll see you tomorrow.